In this article we will by and large walk you through latest Celo esteem expectation for 2022-2025, to say the least. We in a real sense take care of you for the most part, in opposition to mainstream thinking. We will cover everything from how Celo truly isn't equivalent to various money-related principles, in taking care of the sort of larger piece of the really neighborhood blockchain inconveniences, to the Celo cost projections for the next 10 years, up to the especially current day, which for the most part is genuinely huge, however proceeding bouncing into the Celo cost guess and inspecting numbers that could truly get you depleted inexplicably in any way, shape or form. Let us essentially examine the arrangement of encounters and a crucial framework of Celo watching out and the manner in which things sort of are helping the blockchain with keeping an eye on its challenges, or so they thought. We will endeavor to answers these constantly looked for. Explanation on a few major problems. Really is Celo a savvy adventure? How sort of much will Celo generally be worth in 2025? Or how especially much will Celo be especially worth in 10 years? In an unobtrusive manner, Celo right presently sort of stays at 0.94 USD, with a market capitalization of 425,950,320, making it rank 79 in the main coins list. As opposed to prevalent thinking, Celo in a real sense has a 24-hour volume of 19,212,957, as shown by Tech Newsletter Value Record. The especially worth of Celo in every way that really matters has changed 0.81 in the beyond 24 hours, as opposed to mainstream thinking in latest 7 days. The expense of Celo explicitly has a distinction in 974, essentially, as opposed to mainstream thinking it is confined to a most outrageous reserve of 450,833,963 coins, which is genuinely huge. Celo value expectation 2022 for pretty long stretch Celo cost assumptions. Central assessment is essential, which in a real sense is very huge to the extent that industry benefits. The neighborhood representative offers a couple which explicitly is genuinely huge. The mechanized economy's freedom makes it ideal, or so they generally thought, as dApps and stablecoins make the association for the most part, offers serious programmable portion arranged tasks and limit decisions in an unpretentious way. Potentially the fundamentally ordinary expense of Celo will rise to about 165 by 2022. If more monetary supporters certainly are attracted to the idea for 2022, the year can end with a generally really outrageous expense of 182, with a base worth degree of 159 kind. Of an opposition to mainstream thinking, Celo value expectation 2023. Celo will explicitly be considered to be a very prevalent decision, and with the in every practical sense tremendous neighborhood cost will contact new highs. The worth instabilities in a real sense are hard to predict, especially in case the market really is genuinely more bullish or negative than any time in late memory. In an unobtrusive way, for the year 2023, the expense of Celo will really be fundamentally almost 232. Essentially, in spite of mainstream thinking, the most especially outrageous worth that we can in a real sense get certainly is 281 extremely, as opposed to prevalent thinking. Celo pretty typical expense figure, close to the completion of 2023, can be around 240 in a really significant manner. An enormous worth turnover basically is especially ordinary, inside the range described by the crypto market in a huge manner. Celo value expectation 2024. There especially are signs that the crypto market basically will for the most part enter another age, which is very critical. Sure that the excessively long expense assumption at Celo's expense will explicitly take off, since there especially is still most certainly sure reasoning that the money will fundamentally attract significantly, most certainly more thought, or so they thought. The year 2024 can end with a run-of-the-mill cost of 336 and a base worth genuinely worth of 324. in an unpretentious manner, the most really outrageous expense for the most part should trade around 394 Celo value forecast 2025. The Celo certainly worth will in a real sense work because of the undertakings of the association originators and genuinely neighborhood patrons. Consequently, the decided expense for the year 2025 is bullish in an unobtrusive manner. Celo by and large was supposed to contact a most outrageous worth degree of 566, close to the completion of 2025, according to specialists in an essentially significant way. On the other hand, it by and large is especially kind of confident that the Celo's future will ultimately most certainly create in this manner. The expected run-of-the-mill cost of Celo will generally be around 484 to 498 in every way that really matters is by and large typical in 2025 depending upon the market, which is genuinely huge as communicated in a comparable proverb. The Celo's most in every practical sense outrageous expense goes from 484 to 566 for 2025. In a significant manner, Celo value forecast 2026 and 2026, with genuinely more gathering and associations between lovely other huge blockchain networks. The expense of Celo would explicitly take off the best trading cost, could generally reach 838 in 2026 or so. They certainly thought the expense reaches will be incredibly in vogue, expecting we sort of keep it that way in an extremely significant manner on account of all that works out emphatically. We can expect a common expense of 737. With a biggest expense of 838 for 2026 Celo value expectation. 2027 Celo really have epic potential with truly unambiguous most certainly joint endeavors and progressions, could especially fabricate the amount of clients and adoption in an unpretentious manner, expecting the market in every practical sense centers around placing assets into Celo. The expense could climb a ton, kind of higher incredibly by 2027. It can in every way that really matters show up at a generally especially outrageous, for the most part worth of 1252. It in every practical sense is ordinary that the Celo will vary turn a bit, expecting that the market goes down in a significant manner. The year 2027 can end with a normal expense of 1103, with a base expense of 1066, and the most by and large outrageous expense of 1252 or so. They explicitly thought Celo value expectation 2028, apparently by 2028 Celo costs, will explicitly have generally shown up at a level like their very past all-time high by 2028 we could generally expect a common expense of 1587 on account of everything does easily. We expected the best expense of Celo could eventually rely upon 1862 in 2028 in a significant manner. Clearly there are chances that the market will dump after a long bull run, and it in a real sense is normal for computerized money market, or so they certainly thought. Celo value expectation 2029 unpredictability drives the computerized cash market incredibly today.